Just sitting here shooting the shit, and the second somebody says something stupid, he just goes, bonk!
Oh god, because it already does catch like 10, 15 seconds before after.
It back catches its head.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But now we we have a computer that edits it, so it's all good.
I swear to God.
We established this. Everyone gets one computer per session.
Everybody gets one.
Dang it! I got it in way too early. Dang it.
Except for Tam. Tam's the DM, so I guess she gets as many computers as she decrees.
We'll just name. I still stand by the computer's name should be Rhett, and his name is Rhettcom, and it's gonna be fine. It's totally fine. Hi everybody.
Taylor.
Hello.
Hey.
Welcome to Naked Roll Rats. Yay! It's Saturday. Hallelujah! This week could not have gotten here. This day.
What, Tam?
It took forever, ironically enough, even though it's the same amount of time. Don't explain it when we just want to play D&D all the time, so.
Time is an enigma.
Very true.
Yes,
Very
exactly.
It's not even real.
But yeah, hi everybody, welcome to our D&D campaign. This is our second campaign called Tides of the Bind of a homebrew campaign in a homebrew world. I am Tam, your guys' DM, and I go by she, her.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Ethan. I play the party's champion fighter, Kaizen, and both of us go by he, him.
Hi, I'm Tony, and I play Nobunori, the rogue thief, and we both go by he, him.
Hi, I'm Taylor. I got by he, him. I'm going to be playing Fumi, the party's moon druid. She goes by she, her.
Hi, I'm Jaden, and I will be playing Tai Renching, the human Great Old One warlock, and both of us go by he, him.
Hi, I'm Jay. I am playing Tadashi Kaneko, the changeling wizard, and both myself and my character go by he, him.
Beautiful. One of these days we're just gonna say that as fast as possible, so that way when Taylor's trying to do our character sheets in our later thing, it's go.
It's all gonna just string together. It's gonna fall out from the pixel. It'll be right.
He actually
Right.
just
We
slows
all
it
have
down.
to say it at the same time.
Just
Hi
imagine him.
everybody, welcome to Naked Roll Rats. My name's Taylor.
Hey, thank you so much for joining. My name is Jane, and I'm going to
And we're gonna be playing.
It's one of
On
these.
today's
one of
episode
these-
of Sensory Overload.
Right, yeah. We have a big session to get to. We're gonna get through this as fast as possible. And it's gonna be great and beautiful.
Here, you know us, and just beam it straight into their head.
You don't have to do announcements anymore, right? You guys just know it. But no, one of these days. And none of you will know when. I'll say it's today. And it'll be fantastic. But yeah, so last week, you all had successfully made your way back into Mansai with a little bit of just navigating the river. You were able to follow up with the people at the lumberyard and talk a little bit about what they needed and what you all needed as well, and kind of what your next plans were. Got to know the group a little bit more and decided to all eventually make your way back to the crater together. It is going to probably be more advantageous for you all to take a boat down if that is one way that you wanted to do it. But at least there was the talk of let's go up to Mansai, recoup a little bit, kind of get our bearings, and then I'll go to the crater and do some work there as well. You had taken some time up at the Roost and had some drinks, had a little bit of a chat with the purveyor there, and last we left off, you all had made your way over to the White Stag, the resident magic shop here in Mansai, to speak with a gentleman who you are looking to sell a Kelpelt 2. I think that's basically everything that happened last game. Cool. Last game was one of those ones that I'm just like, there was so much RP that I'm like, yes, that's what we did. But there was a lot of talking amongst that, and so we got to know everyone a little bit more, which is fantastic and which is great. But yeah, we're headed to the White Stag. And as you all enter this shop, Duro, the halfling shop owner there, it's kind of a smaller magic shop. He's very much so a little bit more on the kind of apothecary side of things. But as you walk in, you see this building that has all sorts of bottles and glasses and things on the wall. And some of these bottles look like they're really small vials, but it looks like a lot of them are made out of bone. An antler and things that you would find out and amongst the world in order to make things. There's not a whole ton of glass in this shop. And as you walk in, you see a rather kind of pleasant looking halfling. All halflings look pleasant to an extent, but he particularly looks a little bit more kind of well-groomed and has some nice, very like sandy blonde, almost like brunette hair that's slicked back, a very nice and tight beard, a very nice, not necessarily like nice as in finery, but it's just very obvious that this man cares a lot about what he puts on his person and how he's presented to those around. And you all see the owner of the shop, Duro, and he sees all of you and goes, "Oh, hello there, friends. What can I do for you today?"
Duro, my dear boy.
Of course.
We've come back. We had a hunt earlier for our dear friend. We ran into a Kel, and we were wondering about selling its pelt for you.
I'm more than happy to do an exchange if that works for you. Show me what you got.
Nori?
Oh, yes. And I'll take it off my bag and I have it wrapped.
Beautiful.
And I'll unravel it and show it to him.
Yeah. His hands start to like lift at it and poke and prod at it and everything, and just you hear just this whistle, just ooh, wow. That's one of the better pelts that I've seen in a minute. You must have done some pretty quick work to make it this much of a finery. Are you looking for something to be made from it, or are you looking for something just a general exchange for it?
That is a good question. I do think it could have some interesting aspects if we used it as maybe a cloak of some kind. Maybe in the water it could, if it still had the effect that it had, give some form of stealth while in water, maybe?
That is how I have seen Kelpelts used before. If you did want me to make something for you, it would probably take a little bit of time, but with their typical nature, it would increase your ability to hide in the water. There are people out there who sometimes also enchant them to have a little bit more of like giving you better capability of breathing. Sometimes they'll stack spells onto such a vestment, but for something like this, probably the cheapest option would be and the fastest would be just to give you the ability to hide a bit quicker in the water.
So, I look at everybody. So, do you think we should go more of a cloak aspect, or do you think we should just sell it? Some quick cash.
I guess it would depend on the evaluation in terms of its value outside of being crafted. What's the going rate for a kelpelt?
Pelt this fine is probably worth 40 to 50 gold just on its own. If I were to take it to enchant, I could probably sell it for closer to 100 to 150.
So, it's up to you all. Whichever you would prefer. I mean, we could always come back later and possibly buy it. Cash now, buy it back later if we have the funds.
Yeah, that's if someone doesn't also come and grab it up from us. But I mean, quick cash is not a bad idea.
I'm also up for a trade if you're willing. Work for work, I should say.
Right, we are trying to get a boat to head downstream. We've got a shipment of lumber to transport.
Ah, very well. You're looking to get a ticket for Peaches then?
That's the idea.
We can. 1 second, sorry.
I was thinking, I don't know if it's possible. Maybe we could look for like a bag of holding.
Ooh, the fancy stuff.
Yes.
Well, if we're going to be transporting objects, it would be helpful to have something that makes that easier.
Very true.
I do have. Oh, so sorry. Continue.
Very true. There are also for hunters, I suppose, there's the bags of chilling that, keep things fresh, such as body parts and things, to prove.
Is it
That's
the
also quite your fancy.
portable hole?
It depends on the kind of work that you would like to have me have. No, that's not the sentence that is meaning to come out of my mouth. Have me do for you does not make a fair trade at all.
What have me do for you?
Have you do for me. There we go. In an accent, so it's canonical. It's fine. Dory looks to you all and goes, well, if, say, you did want this to be made into a kelpelt and into a kelcoat, and then we could potentially stack other things on top of it. If you would like to go that route, you do know that I'm always looking for people to go find things for me, and like motions at the wall of ingredients and things, and goes, actually, I don't know if you're up for it right now, but if you ever, and he goes over to the side and he pulls out this very small little wooden cage, and it's like maybe yay big, and it has a nice little roof on top. It's just this beautiful little bird-esque cage, but instead of slats, it has kind of more of like a lattice around the side, and he goes, if you find yourself ever going south into the fields, I would not be adverse to you potentially just keeping your eye out for a certain cricket. That's probably a long-term. If you were to bring me back a lucky cricket, that would be absolutely fantastic. They are a little bit harder to find, so why don't I give this to you now, just in case? And if you happen to bring back one, I will say it is an IOU of 1 enchantment and item of, let's say, 700 gold. and if and he sees the little bit of surprise and goes, hence the reason the cage is empty. I have yet. Ugh, I had one once, and it's what helped me buy this shop.
Oh,
But I've
okay.
kept the cage since. So,
Are they
Uh,
difficult to find or difficult to catch?
both. They
Lovely.
are small. They have a very particular song, but they are beautiful, and they have this. They look like they are golden and just shimmer in the sunlight, but then at night they almost have a little bit more of a silver iridescence to them. But yes, they are hard to find, and so if you happen to find one, I would be more than appreciative. So, and he hands this over to you all.
Okay.
And
Well,
he goes,
if you don't mind me asking, real quick, what's the song sound like?
he goes, so crickets, of course, they rub their legs together and make the chirp, right? There's
That's how they do that?
rather
Yes, Nori, it's quite interesting.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting. I always just thought they did that with their mouth.
actually every single cricket has a tiny violin. and
Yes,
it's rather
exactly.
fantastic.
Yes, exactly. I thought that's why you
Um,
wanted the Lucky Cricket's violin.
Right. That's a much harder item to obtain. They tend to keep those at home. So if you happen to find one of those, that is equal of a 2,000 gold item,
Ooh.
and I would be more than happy to. But the thing is the reason why it is so hard to find a lucky cricket is this cricket, it sounds different to every single person. So you may hear the chirp of your favorite bird. You may hear a whistle of a song that is that your mother once sang to you. You may hear the rustling of book pages. You may it will appear at a moment that doesn't necessarily make sense for you to hear those things. So just keep an ear out, I guess. Or keep an eye, but they tend, the last time that I found one, let me move you guys over here real quick. And he goes, I was a little bit to the east of Kyo. And so he points here, and Fumi, your knowledge of the fields, very much so, this is pretty much where a chunk of the forest is permanently beautiful. It is gorgeous, but it has started to turn a little bit dangerous in the sense of some of the flowers are getting a little bit too big for their britches, and some of the forest is starting to move, and yada yada. It's still a fantastic place to go, but it's becoming a little bit more violent in a way. So, and I will.
So, is this cricket used as a spell component, an alchemical component? What is its
And-
utility?
He goes, "Oh no! If you were to kill a lucky cricket, that would just be a waste of time. No, you keep it on your person, and it is kept as a pet."
Can they be communicated with or tamed, or is it mostly a showpiece for the noise
They're
that you like?
Their magic, they're able to play a song for you. And depending on how well they like you, and depending on how well you take care of it, it may sing its song for you more than once a day. And so the more often that it does, they have the means to bend some moments in time potentially in your favor.
Mm. I'm gonna be honest, I thought you just fried it.
I mean,
No, crickets aren't that tasty.
Yeah, but they're high in protein.
On the
Chris?
topic of little creatures, do you have the herb components necessary to invoke a familiar?
Why, yes, I do. How much are you looking for?
I'll take a flat 20's worth for 2 full sets if you have enough on hand.
Of course. And he goes and he gathers, and he gets this set of herbs and kind of wraps it up for you, and he sticks it in a hollowed out chunk of bone, and kind of caps it off for you. And he goes, "There's nothing worse than spell components that get broken in a bag," and hands it over to you.
He will kind of, hold it up in appreciation, and then stick it inside one of the pockets at the top of his vestment. And we'll just, kind of give it a little half nod, half bow of gratitude. So, do we want to go out in the fields and look for a cricket now, or should we still continue up to the crater with all haste?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm going up to the crater.
Yes.
Agreed.
Oh,
I don't know how these things work.
Tadashi, we still need to get paid.
Oh, you're right. That's a good point. Thanks, boss.
yeah. And he goes,
Wrong
"Oh,
campaign.
I'm and he goes, "Oh, please, by no means." The cricket is a long-term investment, my friends. If you are wanting to honestly, because I know some of your crew here, it's one of the reasons why I offered it. However, if you are looking for a quicker return, such as to do the Kelpelt or just to earn some good favor with me or to do a trade later, I am looking for some moss that specifically grows on the outside of the crater. It's actually the waterfall that is in the crater. There's some stuff that grows between the waterfall and the wall. It's a really humid environment. And if you can bring me back some blue moss back there, then if it sounds like you guys are headed that way, which of course it most likely sounds that you are if you're looking to board a boat with peaches, I would help put that towards your Kelpelt in advance.
This blue moss, is it going to dry out by the time we get back?
That's the fantastic stuff about it. Speaking of a bag of holding or cooling, and he goes and he procures another little this is more of a wooden box. But again, it's this seems to be made out of some kind of antler and bone and things, and he hands it over and he goes, "This will keep it moist until you are able to return it to me."
A box of moisture.
Box of wet.
Yeah.
It just hands us a cooler, just like one of the red
I've got
white
one
top.
of these Yetis here for you.
Yeah,
It's just a Ziploc bag with water in it.
yeah.
Box of preservation is what I'm adding.
Ziploc bag.
Oh,
It's a bone box, and you hold it up by your head. And you continue.
Neat. Well, I'm sure if we find any, we'll make sure to grab. How much do you want if we do come across it?
If you come across it, I probably would appreciate at least. And he kind of looks at the box and he goes, "You probably could fit, once compressed, probably 2 or 3 handfuls in that thing. If you could get at least that much, I would be most appreciative."
Okay, we could do that for you for sure.
Perfect. And
Her beats
In the
paying for the boat.
you said you were getting paid, correct? Or would you like an advance?
Honestly,
I don't want to make any promises we can't keep if we
In
don't
my
find any.
experience, payment upon completion is preferable.
I'm also good with just selling the pelt for now.
I'm alright with that as well.
Very
I'm
well.
misunderstanding. Isn't the whole concept that we do this for him and he basically gives us a token of like free ride on the boat?
He would give you payment for the boat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sort of,
I
yeah.
misunderstood then.
No, you're good.
I thought there was like a you help the people in the town, they waive the fee. I must have misunderstood something.
No, yes. So they would waive the fee, and then you go to the boat to get token. They don't just.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you go to the ferryman, then they are able to give you token. But at least lots of people in town are very happy to provide you with coin in order
Pay
to
your
do
way,
that
basically.
exchange. Yes.
Okay.
So, are we good with selling the pelt for now?
Well,
It works for myself.
I mean, I'm always down for an interesting item here and there. Would we be able to put some sort of if we wanted to make it into more of a cloak or an arms of some kind, could we put some sort of down payment so that it's still here the next time we find ourselves in town?
If you want to take 40 for it instead of the 50, I'll have the 10 on reserve for you and secure it until you guys get back.
That sounds good. I'm happy with that.
Alternatively, we could front you the pelt to make it into an item to keep for us for that completed price, but if someone meets a certain threshold, you could sell it and split the proceeds past what we would have agreed upon. We're fronting you a 50 gold piece merchandise item. You're putting in your time and effort to craft it. You said 100 to 150, so if you get payment upwards of 140, we could just split the excess.
He kind of smiles and goes, while that is a way that we could do this, once you say that you no longer would like this pelt, I'm going to keep the profits. I apologize, but I do have a shop to run. And
What?
I
Are
have
you
plenty of
serious?
other.
Well, we would be a guaranteed buyer on contingency if no one met the excess price.
Right, and at that point, I would say, hello, would you like to buy this cloak? And if you say no, depending on, I guess, and he kind of like thumbs his chin and he goes, how about this? What do you want done to the cloak? And then that would change how I would want to potentially sell it to a potential buyer. So say that someone does come forth and say, I'm going to buy it straight for 200 gold. I would split it for that sort of thing, and give you the difference at that point. However, if you are asking me for a custom item, I tend not to try to sell custom work.
Oh no, I was implying with what you initially said about a more generic version of it, that the most common way it would have been enchanted when we initially spoke.
So-
I was never taught too good on the Atithra mix or whatever you call it. I was saying, we give you the pelt. We give you a little bit of money on top of that. You make it into whatever you're going to make it into. And I'll look down at Nori. I think it seems like it's right up your alley. If you want to make it into the fancy cloak that does the hiding and all that stuff, we give you the money on top, basically saying, don't sell this. We'll come buy it the next time we're in town. And not doing all of this fancy split monies and all that.
Right. That is where I was a little confused as far as the direction that you wanted to go, because if you are commissioning for me for custom work, I will not display this for others to know of. So that's why I'm saying it probably will not be the most beneficial. I have other ways of getting you money instead of selling something that you are asking me to make for you. If it is money that you are looking for, as far as paying for that difference, let me send you on far more interesting things than trying to wait on someone else to buy your cloak.
Thank you. So, we're going to give you the kill pelt. I'd like to also buy some just generic leathers to patch up, and he looks down at the various gashes and holes in some of his armor.
Right.
We'll give you a little bit more on top of that to make it do the fancy doodads. We'll go get your moss. We'll come back. You'll pay us for that. And then whenever we find your fancy cricket, hopefully by the time we find that and come back with that, the Kelpelt will be done, and we can pick it up then. Sound
Oh,
good?
the Kelpelt should be ready by the time you come back with the moss. So
Oh,
uh,
fantastic.
it should not be as massive as an endeavor as you are expecting it to be. So if you
I don't
return
know, all
with the
your
moss,
fancy
we'll-
magics.
Yeah. I will have that go towards your Kelpelt cloak for the blue boss.
Sounds good to me.
Fantastic. Okay. So he hands you 40, and he has a retainer of 10 until you all come back with the blue moss, and upon which he will give you the Kelpelt at that point with any other remainder gold. But there is a heavy discount on it if you bring back the blue moss.
Okay. Neat.
Oh, let me get-
Haggling. I've never understood it.
I was going to say next time, we just send in a couple people talking. Don't
Right,
bring
I
in the
could've
whole.
been other places.
You have a family.
I have a family.
Forgive me for the negotiations. I was raised by a merchant, and I don't know. He often liked to buy and sell on contingency. He felt it was more fluid that way. It was always a little adventurous too.
Are we out of the shop at this point?
I would assume so. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we walked out.
Okay.
No, I'm right next
Yes.
to him.
Yeah,
Staring
next to the
down.
shopkeep.
We will haggle with you forever.
Tadashi, these are... Pardon me, Fumi. I hope this isn't... I'm slipping into Ollie, goddammit. I hope
You
this
got
isn't
it.
offensive. These are simple folk. They're
I
not
throw a
trying to
ball
do
bearing
any
at
of
you.
the...
Just-
Thank you. They're not trying to do any of the contingency and the, you do a favor for me, I do a favor for you, and we all remember and we all have our ledges. They're just trying to get by.
That's so
All this double talk is unnecessary.
That's so bland.
But it's
It's
easy,
simple.
very easy.
Some of these people are just trying to
Sad
survive.
tucks an abacus back into his tunic.
Not the abacus.
Yeah, you're
Ooh,
not
if
going to
you
need
never
that where
asked
we're going.
Abacus, I'm getting... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
As you're scolding him, he takes out the herbs he got. He dumps half of them into his hand, puts it in his mouth, chews it up into a wad, takes the pipe back out and shakes the rancid tobacco he'd been smoking before out of it, and spits the wad into the end of it and starts chanting and lighting it on fire.
Oh, what's that smell? It smells familiar.
Is that frankincense?
Woof.
Everybody gets one.
Is that a hint of lavender?
Is that dog jamba?
Well, after he puts the wad in and it starts catching on fire, he just spends like 30 seconds spitting the remainder of the herbs out of his mouth and wincing. But then
I think
instead
you're
of smoking,
wrong.
well, no, instead of smoking it, he's actually going to do the opposite and exhale through the pipe, and a little cloud of ash and smoke will rise up out of it, and he will just bite down on the pipe between his teeth to hold it in place and keep puffing, and he will start molding out of the ash and smoke a new familiar. And this time, it's going to be a cat.
Okay. What color's your
yeah.
cat?
It is literally the most nondescript, mangy, like street stray looking, like gray and brown mottled, very like it's the cat you see in every alley, in every slum.
I just love so much the idea that there's all these familiars in the world that and in the Fae just waiting to be picked, and you've literally picked like the lost and found version of a familiar, being like, hey, no one's used you in a while. Like,
Well, this is the same Fae spirit. He's just molded it a different corporeal
Right.
form.
right, but it's just fantastic because at some point he would have had that form in the Fae
Yes.
at some point, and it's like, yeah, this one's great.
Making him put on an old high school outfit.
Yeah,
Right.
it's the Fey version of that. That's old Greg. Nobody really talks to him much.
And he'll just kind of shake the corner of his robe, and Koga will just jump and climb up his robe and just perch around his shoulders like a scarf, and just kind of
Nice.
slump there. Built-in neck warmer.
Very nice.
Fancy.
All right, on to some moss.
Onto some
Let's get some moss.
Sure, I'd like to go talk to my
Ye-
husband about this orb that
yes.
we found.
Oh, forgot about that piece.
Mhm.
You guys
Yes.
have been on a boat for too long. We're so excited to get back on the boat.
It feels like
Everything
home.
comes back to the boat.
Oh, where would you be able to just purchase regular clothes around here, Fumi? Just like normal wares.
The White Stag.
Oh, I thought that was the magic shop. I thought there was a more general place.
There's the White Stag has the most stuff. So
Okay.
like, but
It's-
is very much so apothecary on the front. But if you
Okay.
wanted other supplies, he does have that.
Okay.
The guild hall may have some, but it's a way less.
Okay.
Like
I'll
as
go
far
over
as-
that with you after session, just in terms of time consumption. But he's just gonna get a few raggedy outfits of
Okay,
different
cool.
sorts.
We will say, hey, Kaputer,
Computer.
Tadashi has outfits now. Ta-da.
You got it? Maid
Little-
outfit
little-
slides up from the bottom.
little fashion show, little catwalk action. Get it? Catwalk. All right,
Yeah.
there's my
All
one.
right, that's it.
Okay.
Computer, undo that.
Uncatwalk him.
Using your edit to take away someone else's edit is the funniest thing.
That's why counterspell is such a good
Oh, I
spell.
didn't use, no, I didn't use my computer. I used my one pun for the night.
Right.
Catwalk.
Oh God.
No, yeah, I was undoing the pun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tragic. You're gonna blip me out.
Yeah, you got it. Got it. Just completely gone.
Yep.
Yeah, could you
So sorry.
imagine going through and like literally just taking that one little pun out, just
Out.
cutting that out? Oh my god, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
These are the puns that I've edited out, and I just slam it into a smash cut of
Comp-
video.
yeah, compilation.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
With zero context for each one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Roughly, how long is the walk to your home?
It's small town, 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. As we're walking, Tadashi,
Mhm.
in your mind, you hear, "You're free to talk for a minute."
Am I able to respond to this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he'll say, if there's something you need.
I just wanted to pick your brain on something real quick.
Oh, don't get too excited. There's not much left there.
All the smoking.
When we were at the lumber mill, you said something about stories of orcs destroying villages and pillaging and whatnot. How much do you believe that?
I mean, just generally, I don't know how much of it's myth or real, but it's, any tavern worth its salt would have bards in once or twice a week, and they would always tell those tales and sing those songs. I'm sure most of them are largely made up, but I mean, some grain of truth is in there somewhere, probably that it was built on. Why?
There's a pregnant pause for a few seconds before he responds, and he goes, "It's just not a good look to be making generalizations. I mean, that woman at the lumber mill was orc. And I'm sure she's heard it a lot, and they've been persecuted for quite a bit. I just wanted to check in. Because if you say that to the wrong person, somebody that's been working with orcs or might even be, again, a half orc or some percentage of it, they're not going to be as nice about it as she was. And so,
Are there any other monsters that I shouldn't talk about?
see, Aaron, there's kind of part of the problem. Orcs aren't monsters. They're not.
Sure, there are. So is every species.
Right, there's bad apples in every group, but just be careful how you talk, all right?
Oh. I'll try.
You talk about being street savvy, and I'm sure you are. I'm sure you've got plenty of fantastical skills that have gotten you as far as they have, but people are delicate, no matter what race or species they are. And to generalize them is going to get you in a lot more trouble than it's going to save.
Fair enough. Huh.
You're bright. You'll catch on.
Eh.
And there is a kind of, as you feel that connection drop.
Here at Naked Roll Rats, we're against racism.
You heard it here first, guys.
Which is shocking for a D&D campaign. I just love so much that poor Tadashi is going out to adventure in the world and is just getting like, you know how when you start a new job and you like have to take all the notes of how this works, and it's like,
Yup.
okay, don't be racist, don't haggle when talking
He never
to
had to
small folk,
handle. He never had to handle the negotiations
just-
firsthand. He was always watching them or hiding,
Right.
waiting to steal something when they were happening.
I just love that, like, knowing that Tadashi would keep notes somewhere, that it's just like there's going to be
His spellbook's only half spells. The back half is adventurer guide. He's
How
writing
to
himself.
people.
Don't comment about species. Check. And then next to that he's gonna put age, gender, question mark.
Somewhere on the list it just says always ask a woman her age. They love it.
And her weight.
Yeah.
Ask a man how much he makes. All right.
Yes. Never haggle with someone until you know their income.
Always know a man's height before you really get to know them.
Yeah. Checks shoe size and all that. Anywho, moving forward, we where are you going?
Fleming's house.
Downhill from here.
Hey, man.
Beautiful.
Crazy, and you're driving.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Kabuta got that.
This episode's YouTube video is going to be 20 minutes long.
I'm gonna get it down to like
Dude,
15-minute.
This is gonna be great. We can put it on short.
The whole episode. As for you all walking down towards Fumi's home, Fumi, outside of your home, you see two figures. You see two gentlemen talking with each other. One of them is someone that you've seen before. He tends to come and go specifically to mostly deal with updates and messages and things like that. You see this human man who rather thin, but has very kind of like points to his shoulder and a very sharp jaw. Like everything about him is a little bit just kind of prickly. But you see Wilfred speaking with your husband outside of your home. And if you'd like to give the description for what your husband looks like.
Oh man, my husband, 9 foot tall, jacked. No, I'm kidding.
Yes.
That's right.
Gush about your spouse for me, please.
Speaking of shoe size,
Just looking
Speaking
at
about
you.
wealth.
Yeah, just looking at you, going, that poor woman.
Oh man, the amount of conversation that I have that is on the internet specifically about like romance books and romantic. I'm just like, friends, none of this should be feasible. But anywho, we digress. We go forward.
Buddha, make the anatomy work.
Yeah.
Hey, magic's a strange thing.
Yeah.
Everybody,
I'm not-
back
I'm-
that
I
on your
had
own
so
time.
much more to go on. We're gonna go.
Moving on. We're moving
Please,
on. We're moving on.
please
Please.
describe
Right.
describe your fantastic spouse.
Great. My spouse, this guy, he is a around the same age as Fumi. He is a half-elven man. He's about as tall as Ty is. He's got a little bit of a scraggly beard. It's like he's focused on a lot more things and keeping his facial hair in check, and he's got a very kind look about his eye and smile lines across his face.
Fantastic. And while you approach, Kenji looks over to you and smiles and kind of waves you all over and continues to talk with Wilfred and Nori. You would know that Kenji is a member of the Rat and is a very active member of the Rat, similar to what you do in the sense of being there kind of to take care of people in the field. He is very much so a healer, but also is a little bit more of a goes out and collects stuff from the forest and annotates and has a little bit and has kind of that field journal of plants and things like that, but very much so is of more of the cleric side of healing versus your healing of things. But waves you all over and goes, if I remember right, his voice is a little bit lower. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And he goes, well, it's very nice to see you all. Come, Wilfred has something for you, Nori. We kept it in the house in the meantime, just because it was not something that we wanted to keep out in the open. As far as just not wanting it to get dirty, it did travel a long way. And Wilfred looks to you and goes, yes, your dear grandfather made sure that I brought it all the way from the crater for you. It's his prototype that he's been working on for you.
Great.
Sorry, I saw Tony flash, so I wasn't sure if there was a response going on. But Kenji looks to you and walks up to you, Fumi, and just gives you a quick hug and a quick peck on the cheek and goes, and just whispers in your ear, she's inside. She's had a little bit of a day. Let's just say she tried to climb a tree and wasn't in the direction that I thought she was going to be, as far as when she came down off of it. So
A classic tree fall situation.
yes, my apologies. I did fix her up, but her pride is a little bit wounded. So just to let you know.
Great. Yeah, I'll go see what's what about her. We also had something that we'd like you to take a look at.
Of course. Please. Is it? And he kind of looks at you and goes, "Is it serious? You look a little worried."
She'll give it a second and kind of give his hand a squeeze, and I'll turn back to the other people. These are our friends that we met along the way. They helped us out with the job that we were on. Tai, Tadashi, Kaizen, in that order.
Nice to meet you all. Kenji, and he extends a hand to all of you, and and goes, "Welcome. Please come in. We were just finishing up some business here. Wilfred gave me a little bit of an update of some things that are happening, that the order wanted me to be aware of, and so this may, depending on what your news is, this may be something that's worth at least bouncing ideas back and forth. But please come in. We'll tea. Is that all good for all of you?"
Yes, please.
Very nice. And he turns in and escorts you into this home. And it's a fine little home. It's nothing flashy. It's nothing crazy. There's some flowers that are being dried along the kitchen wall. And the furniture is simple, but good and well made and well constructed. And Kenji quickly goes to collect some means of making tea and begins to boil some hot water. And in this home, you do see that there is there's kind of a living, sitting space that you're all able to kind of collect in. There's a very small kitchen, and then it seems like there's 2 rooms off to the side. And as you were all kind of just sitting and mingling and getting your bearings here, one of the doors kind of just creaks open just a little bit. But nothing comes out. The door just creaks.
Sorry, I forgot the descriptors of my child.
You did say you have a family, so I'm making it canon as of right now.
Hey guys,
No,
I have a family. I
promise. I know who is in this house. I totally gave it in backstory previously. This is all fine. And you guys thought Tony was the one that lied.
No.
I want to sneak up to the door.
Okay. You can see on the other side of the door, like, it is just like this face just like hiding this little girl, and she has a little kind of she has this little hat that is on her head, and it's just this little fabric hat that has kind of little flaps that go down her hair is straight and it hits at her shoulders, and she just kind of stands and waits.
And then as soon as I see that, I'm going to be on the side of the wall, and then I'm just going to go, boo.
You hear, "Nori,
Yes?
I'm hiding."
Oh, you're supposed to do it like this. And then I will show the proper way to hide.
And she goes, "Why?" And the door just shuts. Kenji steps up to you to hand you a cup of tea, Nori, and he goes, "She's a little bit more fragile today, so please don't take it personally. We'll see if she becomes her bubbly self in a second. Might need some coercion."
Tadashi will unload the cat from around his shoulders and just offer it to Fumi and be like, "Would this cheer her up? I don't know if she likes cats."
Fumi's gonna think about it. Just real hard. Just.
Remember, it's a mangy cat, by the way.
He's not mangy. He's just really ugly street cat looking.
Ugly cat.
Remember, it's
He's one of those,
gross.
like, so
Remember.
ugly it's almost cute.
Not so mangy.
No. Mange implies disease. It's like one step away from that.
Oh, so
sanitary but disgusting.
A
Sanitary.
disgusting cat. You got it.
Give that to your child.
The cat equivalent of a pug. There, I said it.
okay.
Let me see if I can work my magic first. She's more into woodland creatures than she is the strays.
The cat will return to scarf position.
I will, I'm gonna.
You go.
I was gonna say I'm gonna knock on the door.
Yeah. Yeah. Is all that you hear.
I just go, "Who's there?"
You saw me, you know.
Nuh-uh.
No.
And you just hear a thump against the door and a little bit of a slide.
Compura, put a Uno reverse card up there.
Delightful. Nori, I'll handle her real quick. And I'm gonna go up to the door, and I'm just gonna try to open it.
Okay.
It just
It
slides the
opens.
kid.
But it just you
Yep.
just feel resistance, especially like on your floors that are wooden. There's just that little resistance as this little child just ekes with the door as you open it. And you see hang on, I totally wrote this down. Like
There, wrote a point left.
I just
yes.
I just read this. It says your child's name is Pocahontas.
Yeah. I was close. I was going to say one name, but I was only off by a syllable. And you see Satsuki sitting on the floor, and she's got like her hands wrapped around her knees, and the flaps of her little hat are kind of like draped across her arm, and she just kind of was like has her nose on her arm, and she kind of doesn't even like look at you and goes, "Mama, he saw me."
Dearie me, I thought I had a daughter and not a doorstop. Yes, Nori is quite fantastic at finding hidden people. Are you all right? Are you doing okay?
I tried to be fast today. And it didn't really work. And so I tried to be strong, and I tried to climb, and that didn't really work. And I tried to hide, and that didn't really work. So I just want to be like you, Mama.
Well, that's very sweet of you. Some days we all fail at the things that we think we're going to be good at, and I guess on those days you just got to keep trying and maybe see if you're good at the things that you're bad at today. Why don't you collect yourself for a moment and come and say hi to my friends?
And she kind of takes and she scratches at her hat, and she goes, I'll keep this on, okay?
Okay.
Well, if I and she kind of like swallows her and like takes a deep breath, and she goes, if I can't be good all the time, at least I can be brave.
You got that right.
And she kind of steps up and brushes off and goes and just wraps her arms around you and goes, and she goes, so did you had to be brave, right, today? And that's that you went somewhere, right?
Yes, we went to go get Old Man Crane, the lumbermill man.
And was he why you had to be brave, or?
No. You see, we had to go out, and then we had to stay up all night because there was this Steven. Well, it wasn't that big. It was quite small, and we took care of it. That's what my friends helped us with.
Oh, okay. I'll be brave and I'll meet them. And she like adjusts her hat, and she like just stands forward and goes and takes just one more deep breath, and she goes over and she flings open the door. And the rest of you see this very confident, this very confident child now on the other side of the door, this little girl, with a very simple dress, but she seems to like, you guys can see that like the elbows on it are just absolute, like, are getting thin, not from like the fact that the rest of the, like, it's a poorly made outfit, but like there's chunks of like her dress that it looks like she's just used and abused and has very much so adventured in her own way in this. And she steps forward. She goes, "Hello, friends of Mama. I am Satsuki. It is good to see you all."
Tadashi will just respond with random gibberish in Dwarvish, as if he doesn't speak the language.
Cold stares from Fumi.
And the girl's face just drops and goes, "Mama, did I?"
No, I'm just messing with you. Hey, you want to see a magic trick? And he will have Koga jump off his shoulders, but he'll put him back in the dimension right before he hits the floor, and then bamf him a little bit closer to her so he can like, walk over on his own.
Cats don't
He's a
do
cat. No, he's a cat. Just a normal, regular, average, well, ugly cat.
that.
I can
Mama-
hide him. I can
Mama,
hide him
cats
and bring him
don't-
back.
Don't do that.
Yes, well, some
I
cats
did
are
that.
magic.
He's a normal
That-
cat. I did that. I hide him and I bring him back. But I'm not hiding him now, so if you want to play with him, he's right there.
What kind of magic is that? I've seen Dada with magic and I've seen Mama with magic. Cats don't do that.
Well, there's two main types of magic. There's the kind you have, and there's the kind you learn. And some people like it one way, and some people like it another. Mine just so happens to be the kind you learn. So that's a trick that I was taught by a friend of mine.
Mama's said she said she'll teach me magic, so maybe we'll see.
Well, having seen your mama in action, if you learn to do things that she does and cast spells the way she does, you will be pretty cool.
I already am, and she kind of stands and like puts her arms akimbo and is
Pretty
just so
cool.
proud.
He'll like sass her back.
And like she then like breaks eye contact and runs over to her dad and like hugs his knees and goes, "Dad, Mom said I could be brave, so I'm here. Can I help?" And she helps bring tea to the rest of you all. She's probably remind me, Fumi, like she's like 7, 8.
She's like 6.
Okay, I was like six sounds about right. So yeah.
6 or 7.
No, I swear.
I knew it was coming.
No, I swear to God, I'll air out this whole chat. I have the
Tony,
power.
you get disadvantage on one roll in the future at my choosing.
Not to be a tattletale, but Jaden did the
Yeah, I was
hands.
gonna say, get James Esper.
At least
I preemptively did the hands. Is the crazy part.
in audio format, no one would have known.
Yeah, you're
The second you went 7 or 8, I started raising my hand because I knew it was coming.
Why are we here?
A
Just to
6-year-old.
suffer.
We have a 6-year-old here amongst
Or 7.
helping give you all tea. No, 6. Stop. Do you want to make it 2?
I do all the rolls. I don't care.
Hold you in contempt of court.
But as you all are able to kind of just settle into this home, we are going to take a break there for a couple of minutes.
How many minutes?
Then we'll come back to 5. And then we'll come back to discuss what you all have found, and as well as what Kenji has found for you all. So, we'll return shortly.
Hell yeah.
Hi, go get drinks.
Hi, everybody. Here at Naked Rural Rats. Again, this is a small sponsored segment. We're sponsored by Anti-Racism. We don't do that. People shouldn't do that. Bad. It's all bad.
I really misheard you, and I heard any racism, and I'm like, what?
Any all
Any-
racism.
Any racism? We're into it now.
Computer clip that.
He would have to clip himself saying that. It's
Put
so
myself doing it, post it with my head down.
Clip that. Repeat it 100 times.
It's just like the layering where it's 1 of me, 3 of me, 16
Yeah.
of me. Cons. Yeah, that's right. I wasn't lying about having 3 kids.
3.
No, I only have 1.
No, I said 3 kids.
Yeah, that's what I was referencing.
Yeah, I have 3 kids.
Yeah.
I mean, probably.
Nori.
Yeah.
I've
If
never
that
met,
even is your real name.
I never met them, but I mean, I'm guessing.
I'm sure they're out there.
God, Nori being an absent father here. Oh,
That's how I became a rogue.
What a character trait to have.
what a character trait.
I've been stealthing this whole time.
What about you, Ethan? Does Kaizen have a kid around here?
Hopefully not. If he does, he doesn't know about it.
Great. Everybody else riff. I'm gonna be back.
So, I found these. They're takoyaki ball flavored, and they're really good.
Ooh. I love takoyaki, dude. That's
Yeah.
what I always get when I go to my sushi place here in town. Oh my god, I'm so gassy today. I'm so sorry, chat. I don't know why I am blowing up.
I do love that. That's what get chat talking is 6-7 jokes.
Oh, did we get something?
Yeah. Well, I just started saying 6-7.
6-7. I
Just
went
here's-
with one of my good friends. She was taking her son to a play date. And so, you know, the adults were having our fun, the kids were having their fun. If I had a nickel for every time I heard one of them say 6-7, I would never have to worry about gas prices ever again.
There's
Like,
a video.
it was constant.
There's a video of these kids, and they're all sitting like on a field trip, and they're all sitting there. And there's like a teacher on vacation or whatever walks by and starts doing the thing, and then starts going 6-7, and then all the kids started saying like 6-7 as he walked away from the field trip, and the teacher's just like trying to calm them down. And I was like, what a troll! Love it.
Multiple people in my friend group here at home are teachers and or substitute teachers, but they're relatively young, and it's gotten to the point that even they spam that now because they're so used to all their students throwing it.
Oh yeah, like, I mean, my kids
They've
started
been
saying it all the
poisoned.
time. Yeah, my kids are saying it all the time.
Well, I'm just asking, which is bigger, 6 or 7?
See, listen, everybody like hates on it, but I'd still prefer that over the sheesh. Like I.
Oh yeah, sheesh was awful.
I hated that. Yeah, I hated that. I would rather the 6 or 7 over that.
Yeah, no, that
Anytime.
immediately peaked my mic.
Jeez.
Sorry, neighbors.
Hey, sorry about that.
You
That's
hear-
you got the other
you
side.
hear
Sorry,
'em through-
neighbors.
Yeah, you hear them through the like roof just going sheesh.
Who was that?
The whole apartment complex. I open up my window and just cascading through the buildings.
It's like a fucking a sound wave, like zoom out,
Yeah,
or like the Horton Hears a Who, like breaking through the.
yeah.
Oh man.
God, we're old.
God, some people.
Haha, boomers.
How dare you?
You take that back.
It's not fair that I have youthful vigor.
I love the 4th of July. What you saying about boomers?
That gets us copyright strike.
God, well, no, the dazzle
Copyright struck by
anthem is-
America.
is
Hashtag
within the
America
public
hates
domain.
D&D.
America.
America, I'm sorry.
I would like to apologize to every American for D&D.
I'd like to.
I love America.
Hey, you guys think I have time for a chess game before Tam gets back?
No.
A what game?
Chess. I'll play a bullet game.
Well, it depends on how good you are at chess.
Well, I'll just
So-
play a bullet game. Those are only a minute.
Plays 2 moves, immediately loses. Well, I technically had time.
Great, just send me the move order. I'll put it up on
You
screen.
just play Marvel. Just
You
play
laugh,
a
but I'm
Marvel
gonna send
Rivals
it to you.
game.
I'll send you the notation.
Hey, got it. Everybody can
You
point and laugh.
cut out this break time, and it's just his entire chess match.
Yeah, it's like an edit of me Gotham
Commentating.
chess style commentating on it.
Yeah.
He sacrificed the Rick!
No, you do like literally do the one where it's like where they like move the like pawn out of the way, and the person puts theirs right there and instantly wins the game in literally like 2-3 turns or whatever, and that's the break.
Oh, yes, a good old four
I'm so
move
slow.
checkmate.
I'm so slow. I used to play way more bullet. This is not good. I'm just gonna flag. I'm not even losing the game on the board.
Yeah, great. Send me that.
I know what some of these words mean.
Flagging refers
chess.
to the clock. When the flag falls, like on a manual clock, there's a flag on it. And when that flag falls, you lose the game on time.
Do we have time for a Cards
electronic,
Against
so-
Humanity game real quick?
My ass.
Let's spin up a game of Monopoly real quick.
Yeah, can we get a game of Uno going?
Yes, please.
Let's start playing War.
Oh God, can we play Risk real quick?
Just naming all the
Oh,
board
God,
games.
talk about a fucking chunky
A
ass game.
6-hour game. Yeah.
Yep. Uno could be an hour, could be 6 hours, but Risk is guaranteed 6 to 8 hours.
Right.
That's
There-
right. I jumped over a number.
There was one time I was babysitting a family, and when I went over to like babysit like their 3 kids, the brothers, like the older brothers, they had teens and college age kids there too. They had a Risk game on their kitchen table that they took pictures of everything and said,
Yeah.
if anything is like if they touch this, we will know, and so we'll correct, like, just in case. And so I spent the whole time like watching these kids that were like 3, 4, and 6, and I was just like, please don't touch the kitchen table, your brothers will murder me. And apparently it was their 4th day of playing Risk.
Oh my god.
And
Shout
so-
out Risk, everybody.
Yeah.
This stream is sponsored by Risk, the longest game known to earn.
ever.
Right.
No one has ever finished a game.
Yeah.
They're still
Hey,
playing.
somebody forfeits and then it's over. I mean, that's how that works.
Yeah.
I
You don't
indeed
play to
lost
win.
on time here.
Cringe.
Thank you so much.
Man. Anywho, hi everybody. Welcome back.
Washed. Chat, I'm washed.
Oh, I see.
As you're all sitting, enjoying the tea that Kenji has made for you all, he looks down to Satsuki and goes, "Hey, why don't you go play in your room for a little bit more? And if you don't want to, then I'm sure that some of the kids over in the home ward would be happy to play with you as well. But probably might not be the most fun for you to be here for this part." And she kind of looks to you, and like, she knows better than to beg and stay, due to the amount of times that she's been around for you all good talking and doing on missions and stuff. And she goes, "Okay, I'll go write a bit. Or practice." And she rushes over to the kitchen really quick and grabs what looks like some leaves and things that she may have collected on her walk out with Dad today, and runs into her room. And he just looks to you, Fumi, and just kind of smiles and goes, "Well, whatever you did, you're better at it than I am."
Ah, it's no worries. You know, you just gotta throw a little bit of charm in there. No, wait, hold on. Not saying that you don't have any. Sorry.
And he goes, I was not the suave one when it came to us. So please take all the charm you want.
Delightful. So we were out, like I had told our dearest daughter, we were saving Old Man Crane from himself.
Yes.
This time it was actually an issue. It was a Kel that had taken them and put it into its old dam. Its old dam because its dam was destroyed by a lumbering creature that we also had to take care of. And when we did, we had found this stone. Whichever one of you, can you produce it, please?
Tadashi will reach into his pack and very carefully, like holding the edges of the cloth that it's currently wrapped in, and then once it's exposed, will once again cast Mage Hand, and that gold hand will extend from his and pick it up and kind of hold it aloft in front of your husband at a safe distance, you know.
Yeah.
We had found this within the beast, but from where it was placed, it had looked just that, placed pretty purposely.
He looks and really just kind of examines it, and he looks to Ibal and he waves his hand and does a quick incantation similar to what you those of you that can cast. This is his version of detect magic, and it's very straightforward casting. It's very simple, and you get the feeling that there's not a lot of frills to this gentleman, but he's very good at his job, or at least very intentional with his work. And he looks to you all and goes, "That's not normal, but I'm assuming that you already know that."
Yeah, and the concerning part is, and I'm not even sure if I was imagining it, but if I'm not, it should. And I will hold my physical hand close to it, and just the mage hand, it will slowly start to move towards my hand.
Yeah, like
kind of back
you
the
can
hand away.
Yeah, you can see the rock like almost lean amongst it and almost try to like almost magnetize like that level, that kind of slow pull there.
So it's strange to say about a stone, but it's got intent, I guess.
While we have it out, actually, could I try something?
Don't touch it.
Oh, gods, no. That would be a very ill-advised thing. I'm gonna have my cat touch it.
I don't recommend that either.
I'm joking. I
Mage-
just want him to go close to it to see if it's attracted to him, because he's not technically corporeal. He's an incarnate fae, so he's a spirit with a body, but he's not really alive here. So he will have Koga just kind of trot over close to the mage hand to see if the stone still has that kind of pull.
You have, as Koga gets closer, how close does Koga get?
About the same distance as the hand. was. And-
There is a pull. It's weaker, but there is a pull there.
So it's, I mean, like you said, if there's intent, it seems to be, one, either proportional to the vitality or the size of whatever creature, but also it just believes this is enough. If there is some level of organization to what it does. That's, ugh.
Yes,
It's
and
not a-
I guess to give a little bit more information about what it did to the beast, it was a yak, an ox of some kind, and it mutated it. It was grotesque. Had extra horns. It was black where it shouldn't have been. It
An appetite for wrecking skulls and eating the brains out of them.
yes, that was a big part. It also seemed to make it. Normally, when you're hunting a beast or when you're fighting something, if it knows it's losing, it tries to run, right? This didn't. We had it on the ropes. I had it believing it was walking into just raw damage, and it still did it.
So it
Something akin to a possession.
didn't or couldn't?
Hard to say. When it received damage when we were fighting it, it would. I guess a tantrum would be the closest thing I can describe to it, but
We also did dispatch it relatively quickly, so the amount of responses we could gather and kind of data in that sense is limited.
Well, then I guess my news is going to be a little bit less interesting for your ears. There was a group, a tiger band that was out and dispatched of a beast that was a little bit out of the norm, but definitely was not the craziest things that you could find out in the middle of the plains. But there was speak of one of their party not doing well after the fight. And upon investigation, they found a much, much smaller fragment in and amongst his hand. This is much larger than what it sounds like they found. It sounds like some of the higher-ups of the tiger are trying to keep it hush-hush. That's one of the reasons why Wilfred was here, actually, was to start to spread word to those out in the field that if we were to encounter it, to report and return any findings to the crater, to home base, so that way we can start to investigate it a bit.
Do you know what happened to the individual who had the fragment in their hand?
The most that Wilfred passed over was the fact that they were able to temporarily use some magic in order to remove it from his hand, and it sounds like he has been making a recovery since, but he did not seem in his right mind while the fragment was a part. So the fact that you have one as large as this, you are smart indeed for handling it with such care.
I mean, yeah, that. I'm glad to hear he's recovering. Once we removed it from the beast, it did sort of revert to a certain extent. The stretched flesh and whatnot didn't, it wasn't a perfect reversion, but it did sort of lose the animalistic, or it was an animal to start with, but it
The extremity of it all, I would assume.
right, yes.
Okay, good to know. That may make my work a little bit more interesting. While I'm probably going to stay a little bit closer to town, just to make sure that everyone knows to already give the beast that they encounter a little bit of a wide berth, but may add an extra 50 feet or so to that order.
The appearance of a fragment like this is somewhat good news for us, because it means any leads we can chase down in the crater, we don't have to tip our hand that we are in possession of something like this. We could run it down like we're trying to find out more about what happened with the tigers and give ourselves plausible deniability from ever having been in contact with something this dangerous.
I will also wrap the stone back up.
Back up, yeah. Kenji looks to you, Tadashi, and goes, I would still go with caution, but it is good to know that you may not have to walk on the eggshells that would have been necessary if this was the only thing. However, we still have very, very little to go on. And unfortunately, I don't know how much more information I can provide for you. If we encounter any more of them, I'm sure that I can report that to you all. And he looks to you, Fumi, and goes, so to the crater then, I'm guessing, based off of what your young friend here says?
Right. Yes, we're doing their job. We help them, they help us, and we're delivering to the Dollmaker, Duro's brother.
He does good work, at least so I hear. It's been a minute since I've been at the crater.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that we are going to finish this job up and try to keep our eyes and ears on everything that's going on, but I guess we're just gonna try to keep it simple between then. No big hunts or anything, so you don't have to worry about us.
Of course. I mean, the level of worry is always there to an extent, but at least it's good to know that for the meantime, if you are just making your way to the crater to do some investigation and to drop off this, hopefully you won't encounter anything that causes that worry to increase too much.
Yeah, and Duro's asking for his cricket again.
I told him he shouldn't have sold it, but he has a very nice shop.
Yeah, coin comes in, coin goes out. Lucky crickets will stay with you always.
At least they should. Listen, probably when you get back to the crater, and he looks to you, Nori, and goes, I think that the higher-ups would probably prefer that you all show what you have, so may want to talk with them as well once you get there, and then he kind of like breaks and goes, hang on 1 second, and he like dashes off into his bedroom, and he comes out and he has just this package that is wrapped in paper, and he hands it over to you and goes, along with the message that Wilfred brought about the fragment, he also made sure that this was brought for you, and he hands over this package that, with the style of wrapping and with the very nice little bow tie, and then there is a very kind of cheesy tag tied to it as well. Cheesy in the sense of a mascot that looks like it is Hey, Nori, what is the mascot of your grandpa's shop?
Oh, a koala bear.
Okay, it is a koala bear giving like the biggest thumbs up, and like a wink, like kind of, yeah, just on this little
Full Bucky's.
yeah.
Yep, that's exactly what I went to.
And he hands this over to you and goes, Wilfred just made me make sure that this got to you at some point. But yeah, this and the news that he carried were the two main reasons why he was here.
Thank you.
He's not
Um,
trying to get anything out of you still, is he?
I think he is just intent on. I think that he wishes that the rats would give him a more permanent position somewhere, but he's a very effective spokesman and he's a very effective messenger. And he's fast and he can get about and talk with whoever, and he has been forced into the position that he is in because he is good at his job. And unfortunately, because of that, means that not many people are going to let him leave it.
See, I told him the best way to do it is just to come off as incompetent as possible.
That's actually my entire adventuring strategy.
Oh, we know.
Keep expectations low.
We figured that out very quickly.
Kenji kind of looks to your group and goes, my apologies actually to you all. These two are the two that I know the most and the two that I have the most contacts with. But thank you for your work with Old Man Crane. Is he not the most joyous individual that you've ever met in your life?
It could be worse, I suppose, but probably not by much.
You can say no.
He's full of
Yeah.
life.
He had a little bit of a turn of heart. He did lose one of his.
That will do it for a person. And at least he employs the misfits and those that tend to not love town so much. So I'm sure that there's someone here that will be able to replace whoever it was. He hasn't called on me or anyone in a minute, so the fact that a wellness check was even needed let us know that something was wrong. So, are you all heading out straight away?
We can leave in the morning so you can have some time together. You just got back from a mission.
Right. As sweet Tadashi has already said, it's late as it's gonna be.
I mean, I'm never going to dissuade you from leaving as fast as possible, but I will also not encourage it.
Oh, thank you. I like you too.
As always, Nori.
It's what, early afternoon, late
Yeah.
afternoon, early evening.
Yeah, by the time you guys went and talked and had some very early morning beverages well, not very early, but like midday drinking before you went and haggled at the White Stag, it's probably like 3-4 o'clock-ish now.
So, I don't mind leaving first thing in the morning.
Sure. I mean, I'm never gonna say no. I love my family dearly.
You say that with such confidence. I'm so proud of you.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
And the more you
With
say
all
it, the
things,
more
I'm
I believe you.
confident.
No, I'm just kidding.
Nordic, one of these days, you're just gonna be outlawed from my house.
I really thought that was going to happen ages ago, but you keep making poor decisions.
It's
It's-
that, or you're moving in. There's no in between.
I mean, it is more comfortable than the cart, but
Whoa! My car is the best.
yes, you say that, but then you are also at our house all the time.
All the time.
You have way better food.
and the door busts open, and she goes, "And I like him," and then it closes it again.
Once it started getting to like the lovey-dovey talk, Ty, very obviously, as hard as possible, is just trying to meld into the wall and like not be present.
Kenji like looks at this and goes, apologies, my friend.
Don't. This is your home. Don't apologize on my behalf.
Yes, but it is also the job of a host to make all of their compatriots welcome and feel at home, and that is my job. So, if this kind of language is uncomfortable for you, you're not the only one. And he looks directly over at Fumi as he says it, and he goes, I have to tease her a bit, or else. Just somewhere else.
I understand. I watched my parents for a long life, and a little bit of love includes a little bit of debauchery and whatnot.
Delightful. Well, there's not enough room here. Get out of my house.
Yay!
You can all
Okay.
go back to the roost or to Nori's cart if you would like.
No, not the second one.
No, yes. Hey, go to the home ward. Let Nori give you a tour. It's the least that he could do.
Yes, he's quite
No, I could do
fantastic
way
at it.
less than that. Trust me.
As we
It was-
exit, Tadashi's just gonna like lean toward Ty and just say, "You called me a virgin?"
No, I called you incompetent.
I called you a virgin.
I can't keep track. You're kind of all one amorphous, cruel blob, except for Kaizen. He's great.
Kevin hasn't been mean to me once.
Exactly. He's a nice guy.
He's kept it to himself this whole time.
It's
Biting
actually
his
just 'cause he's so
tongue.
old, he's deaf. He's
That's-
too deaf to keep track.
That's one real shaken up soda can, you know what I'm saying? Just waiting for the pop.
Kai has just got
Wait for that.
blood in his mouth from biting his tongue so much.
No.
Careful, Kyson. You keep biting it, you're gonna choke on it.
Yeah, he's doing all right. Knees up a
Yes.
little bit.
He's young. He'll learn. We all had to at some point.
Wait, how old are you?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes, that's why I asked you. That's how a question works.
And you will continue to want to know.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say he's 32.
That's a
Oh,
good
I was
number.
getting.
Let's go
I
with
was
that.
getting like 19.
That's also a good number.
So
There's
anywhere
plenty of good
between
numbers.
19 and 32.
I'm so sorry. My dog is losing it. She doesn't do this unless she has something important to tell me. She is a very much so lassie dog. Give
Okay.
me 1 second.
You're good.
Your kid's
I-
in the well.
I
Hurry.
could
Your
no,
kid's in the
I
well.
could feel
Go.
myself like, being bumped, and I was just like, excuse
Being
me. friend."
corralled.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're talking shit anyway. Go.
Yeah.
This emergency intermission is brought to you by anti-racism.
Bullying.
By any racism.
Fuck your friends.
If you
Hey.
make one mistake, we're dogpiling your ass.
We
God.
will go on the offensive.
Dude, Ethan's just chilling in the
Just
corner,
said it.
not offending anyone, and you just
Leave
have to
me the
send a
fuck
straight
alone,
this
man.
way.
Bully him, jump him.
Dude, keep it up. I'm gonna beat your ass.
He said you make one bad
I'm
thing.
not fucking
we
playing
will.
anymore.
We
Quit
will.
that shit.
Dude, I'm
we
not
will
playing
break
anymore,
it
man.
up.
You better quit that shit.
Like to note though, even though Ty was uncomfortable with the lovey-dovey stuff, Tadashi was uncomfortable just being in a home. Like he was very much. He seemed like he was almost at a museum. He was just like he didn't get it, you know. It's like
Yeah, you grew up in a tree
Yeah,
No.
Saskatchewan.
in a test
right?
tube.
Maybe.
I think that's how changelings are born.
I think.
Could be. He doesn't actually know. Like, he doesn't know how he's a
Mm.
changeling. He just is one, you know? He's just a mutant. He's just cool like
I
that.
think that's how
Come
most
out
of
of
this
there.
works. I don't know how I'm a gnome. I just know I am a gnome.
Yeah, coming out of the
Yeah,
floor.
but he could choose to look exactly like a gnome if he wanted to.
Nuh-uh.
That's the other thing that's really weird and creepy about changelings is they can, like, everything can change. Height, weight, perceived age, voice, gait.
That's what-
He switched subtly to 30, and then they said 19. He switched subtly back.
Yeah, the
The
wrinkles came
wrinkles
and
just
went.
kept. Yeah.
No, I think the worst part is we're over here like he's a kid, he's learning, but he's actually like 82 and an idiot.
Yep.
He's
Senile,
like-
guys. Leave him alone.
We're over
He
here with
actually used to be
Benjamin
a really
Button.
good adventurer. He actually knew Kaizen when they were younger, but he just aged faster.
The two people that had very different experiences from high school, and it's like, hey man.
Oh man.
They've got this great opportunity I'd like to sell you if you want to go grab a drink sometime.
Mm.
Dude, it's just like when you see the person from high school and they look their age, like they just look so old, you're like, how are we
What happened to you, buddy?
so different? Like you look like a grandpa.
What did
Man.
Lassie have to tell you?
The kid was in the whale.
She very, very much so apparently needed to go outside and
Oh, that was the last call before an accident, Bark.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was the hey, I'm sitting in the hall being nice. Hey, I'm now sitting next to you. Hey, friend, listen to me.
I'm about to piss on your floor.
yeah. no-
Listen!
yeah.
Our
no.
dog has a very specific I have to go out now bark. Like normally she's not like she'll bark at lots of things, but it's a very like distinct one when she's gotta go out.
No, we taught her how to boop bells at one point.
Nice.
That's
Um,
cool.
But now there's not any bells, but she comes and she boops, and so like, but it's very let me boop you soft, let me boop you okay, and so that's what I got booped one too many times, and I looked down and her eyes were all big at me like, Mom, listen. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
Please.
Please.
Mother, I must govern duty.
I know that you're doing something very important in playing make believe, but I have a real life problem right now.
Like,
Yeah. On that note, so we're
Welcome
going
back
to
to Naked
Nori's
Roll
part.
that's me shifting out of the scene. Everybody
Yeah.
have fun with that.
And Fumi bows out. So the three of you going to the roost, where are we headed for the even times?
Kaizen wants to stop by the temple if he gets a chance to kind of.
Yeah, for sure. It's very easy, especially where to get to the roost. There's walkways past the temple, and similar to what you saw on the bridge of the gates of these beautiful wooden frames that kind of framed out the bridge along the way. You go to this temple, and it is just this. It looks like a building just made of gate after gate after gate. Some of these look very old, and some of them look like they may have been used to replace previous gates. Some of these look like they were made out of other gates, but all the kind of verbiage and the things that are etched into these pillars are a mix of what you saw on the bridge. So you see tiger and tortoise and rat along all of these gates. So it does not seem like this temple in particular is a favorite to one or the other, but there is very much so an active presence of philosophy here.
Does it look like there's any place to kind of like give offerings or like any way to kind of like pay reverence that I would
Yeah.
see?
So as you approach, so these gates the entrance, as you walk into the building, is very much so made of some of the smaller gates. The rest of the building seems to be made out of just like parts of gates. And as you enter, there seems to be like 6 small areas where, as you approach, there seems to be a prayer bell up off to the side. There seems to be a bunch of sections of incense on the left-hand side that you could kneel and pay homage there. And it seems like there's just... And some people in here are just simply standing and just embracing this space here. But they're, especially if you're like actively looking to pay homage or take some time, probably like the wall of incense and candles on the left is a very easy way for you to just kind of kneel and take a second.
Yeah, I'll head over to the wall and just kind of keeping like a healthy distance, kind of like behind anyone who might be there. I just want to see if there's any like houses that are seemingly getting more like offerings, or if there's any kind of like markings more prevalent than other houses.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check for me then.
Shit.
Okay.
16.
With the way that this is set up, it seems like especially along this wall, there seems to be a rotation of tiger, tortoise, rat, and different people seem to be coming and stepping forward and will light some incense and place it before, or put some coin in front of one of these pillars of these gates. It seems like there's a lot more care being put towards tortoise and to rat, especially amongst, you see what look like people that, and especially where you've had time to be by the in the crater and amongst all the refugees there. Definitely the vibe and the feel that some of these people have of either having clothes that don't quite fit with the aesthetic of those around, or just not looking as settled as some of the other people in this temple are. A lot of those folks tend to gravitate towards rat here, especially where the rats main kind of mantra really is to survive is not shameful, but to die pointlessly is.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to be carrying a lot of weight. And you actually see throughout the gates, you see the to survive is not shameful, to die pointlessly is. You see to know yourself as your shield, to wield that knowledge as your sword. You see to bear patience and opportunity to strike at that moment. You see this just range of this philosophy across each of the orders in order to really kind of bear that weight and show what each of them stands for on these gates and on these pillars. But yes, definitely from what you can see, there's definitely a leaning a little bit more towards rat currently in this temple.
Okay. Yeah, I'll kind of just keep watching for a bit and try and keep an eye out if anyone is kind of paying reverence to Order of the Tiger.
Okay.
If anyone at all.
Yeah. How long do you want to be here?
I'd say probably max 20 minutes, yeah.
Okay. Probably in the amount of time that you're there, and watching kind of in the periphery of your the donations and things that people are giving forth, and like some people are giving coins, some people are giving small trinkets, some people are simply putting up scrolls with some kind of writing as if they have written down a prayer, and the like. And probably after about 10-15 minutes, you actually see a gentleman figure come out and like in some of the areas that are starting to get a little bit full with offerings, simply collects them and takes them towards the back of the temple. And probably about 15 minutes in is when you see it looks like an elven woman kind of step forward and specifically donate to puts just like 2 or 3 gold in front of one of the tiger pillars, sticks her head down and does a small prayer. She has very like fine dark hair, almost that blue black of color, and kind of has it in just a tight low ponytail behind her. She's pretty. Her features aren't anything crazy, very kind of just general petite face and everything, but could easily be lost in a crowd if you weren't actively looking for her. But yeah, this elven woman's probably the first one that you see actively praying to Tiger, at least up against the wall. There may be people out kind of standing in amongst the room that are paying homage, but she's probably the first one that you see actively step forward.
Got it. As she's kind of bowing her head, I'll kind of walk up next to her and just place down a single gold piece kind of next to hers, and then also just kind of bow my head.
She still stares kind of down at the ground, and like you can feel it more than you can see it in that weird way that like peripheral vision works. Which I still don't fully understand, where it's like how you can feel someone watching you and that sort of stuff. There's definitely like you can tell that she like acknowledges that you're there, and she opens her mouth and just very quietly says, "Well, we don't see many of us out here. Are you a follower or just simply a purveyor?"
I just hope things get better, I suppose. But I think Tiger holds my loyalty above the others.
She kind of chuckles a bit, and she she lifts her hand and like brings her hand up towards the writing of the motto of Tiger, and you see that to bear patience is in opportunity. And she goes, "I understand. That's all that we really can do at the moment. It's a shame to hear that some are not being as good as we know that Tiger could be."
It is, but a few bad apples may soil the bunch, but it doesn't mean that things can't get better.
But yes, the timing of it all is the most important, I guess. Well, she kind of brings her hand down, and she doesn't stand up, but she kind of leans back and kind of breaks the more kind of reverent posture that she had. And she looks to you and goes, "So, are you traveling?" And then like, as she looks to you, like your whole getup like really kind of sinks in, and like she really suddenly takes in, and she goes, "Oh, I thought you were a monk with robes, and no, those are feathers. I'm so sorry. You're a rather fantastical image."
Thank you. I think it's a little bit of a appearance change in recent years, but it seemingly is leaving the impression.
And as long as you aren't using it to be a domineering or a intimidating presence, then I hope that it's been a good one.
Only to those that might need it.
So you're an adventurer then?
Of sorts. I kind of figured that patience is great, but if you really want things to get better, take steps to get them better.
The wait is only worth it when you see the action that follows.
Well spoken.
I've had a lot of time to think. Tiger has been good to me, and the ideals that you all carry, I assume, I guess I should not say that you stake claim there, but you did bring gold. I don't know how involved in this you are, but it's just good to know that there's some nicer folk out there. I came across the tiger when I was amongst my town, and some of the soldiers came by and offered protection, and I got to see a little bit more of what they could do, and it seemed like a good branch to hold on to, and let's just say I wouldn't have made my way up to Mansai if they had done their job well. But anywho, I'm so sorry. There's no reason that you need a life story from me. And she sticks out her hand to you and she goes, the name's Lou. I'm recent here. I don't know how much I would be able to offer you. Is it a party that you're traveling with, or are you by yourself?
I've managed to get a small group of fellow adventurers. It's easier when you don't have to watch your back for yourself.
I can only imagine. Sleeping with one eye open only works for so long.
I'll shake her hand and I'll say, oh, I suppose my name, Kaizen Kanji.
She kind of tilts her head a little bit and she goes, hang on. You're I'm sorry. Like, Tiger Kaizen Kanji. Like, sorry. I'm newer to this, but stories of you have... Do they know that you're here?
Hopefully not.
You may want to tread carefully. You're a lot nicer than what I've heard you to be. And so I can only assume that maybe that was some ill-timed propaganda.
I'm just trying my best. That's all any of us really can do, I suppose.
Well, all I can say is that even to some newcomers of the Order of Tiger, your name is known, and quite frankly, your image will probably be known very, very much so as well. So Uh, all I can say is, please just be careful. There's some, what I can only assume, rumors out in the world at the moment.
I thank you for the warning, but I'm not in hiding.
That's good to know. They definitely painted it as you should be.
Well, you're more than welcome to try and reason with me.
Reason is a good word for it, I assume. But please, if you are in Mansai for a long time, if you need anything, I can't offer much, but I am
No. Surely. I've gotten some acquaintances that are more than happy to help me with my lodging here, so
Oh,
I would not like to be a burden.
oh, good. That's good. It's always hard going to a town that you don't know anybody. Speaking from experience. But thank you, Kaizen. It was good to meet you. I'm so sorry I have to go now, but good day to you.
To you as well. Take care.
And Lou steps up and very quickly exits the temple.
What's the over under on her ratting him out right fucking now?
Oh, I was getting I want to smash. So
Before I leave the temple, I'm gonna go up to where that gold was left for Tiger,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna pick up the pieces that I left,
Okay. Beautiful.
and then I will
Bro
walk
really
out.
said psych. You thought.
The gentleman that has been collecting the offerings looks to you and like just looks you over and just shrugs and keeps doing what he's doing. I'm not gonna mess with a dragonborn with wings. Screw that. I'm just a simple priest.
I'm just a regular guy.
I'm a normal friend.
Yeah, I'll quickly head back to the group and just say,
People.
sorry, got a little bit sidetracked.
Well, did you find a divine revelation to season your evening?
Nope, nothing but
What a pity. We speak and the gods ignore.
maybe it's for the best.
Probably
Anyways,
so.
the roost, yes?
Yes. Would you like to split a room? Since, I mean, might as well not pay for separate. I have a bedroll. I don't need a bed.
As long as you don't mind snoring.
It can't be worse than some of the things I've had to sleep through.
Hopefully I'm not testing that.
It is the worst thing you have ever heard.
Get this man a
Tadashi.
CPAP! Get him a CPAP, Stat, he's gonna die!
Yeah, it's sleep apnea. It's just like
It's
sleep
night
apnea
terrors.
and night terrors. It's just
It's the gasping yourself awake.
oh gosh, yeah.
Fires just bits from the room.
Everywhere.
too real.
Unfortunately, that would not happen with Kaizen. So that's the good thing.
Wink, wink.
It's actually that's whatever caused his fire to not be there is the reason why he now has sleep apnea.
Yes. The gland's gone. And
They
it
ripped out my
opens the
throat.
pathway.
Fire needs oxygen to breathe, and unfortunately, Kaizen doesn't have that when he sleeps.
Why would you like to bunk with us as well? If you're sleeping alone, I can also cast an alarm on your room, since you wouldn't have someone with you.
I was going to say if we can roll the clock back just a tad,
Yeah,
because
for
time
sure.
also would have gone into the Temple of the Gates.
Yeah, of course.
Much less grandiose plans, I really just want to go in and I'm just kind of taking in the scene for a while. And then how far apart are all those pillars that have the tortoise, rat, tiger?
They're probably like a good probably like 4 feet apart, so that way, like, as people sit up, like, it's close enough that you could have a conversation next to
Right.
somebody. But yeah, like that, especially along that wall, it's very like 4 feet apart. On the other wall where the bell is, it's very much so like more like there's like a rat section, and there's a
Okay.
tiger section and a tortoise section and that sort of thing. So while the other wall is like divided like every three, this one has like a third of the wall for each.
Okay. I think after just kind of like taking in all of this, I don't think Ty has seen this level of dedication to an order before as of yet. So he probably spends the first 5 minutes or so just kind of taking it in. Sees Kaizen also just kind of monitoring, I guess, for lack of a better word. And then I'm going to find a spot like right in between two pillars where one of them is the rat, but it's not obviously towards the rat.
You're kind of like in that weird limbo where it's like it could be either.
Right.
Okay.
I'm going to take out a piece of incense and I'm going to kind of sit down at, I'd assume there's kind of like prayer benches almost.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to sit down and I'm going to pull out my tome and set it there. And I'm going to pull out my inkwell. And I'm going to kind of run my thumb along the inside of the inkwell so that there's a little bit of ink on my actual thumbprint. And I'm going to roll it around the tip of the incense to where it's not soaked in oil, but or not oil.
Right.
It's not soaked in ink, but it's prevalent.
Right.
And then I'll set it and I'll light it on the torch or the candle and I'll set it and I'll put a couple of gold pieces down. And then I will open up my tome and flip it to the back. And I will get ready to write, and then I kind of start thinking about like what I want to write. And as I do, I start looking at that incense that I just lit. And then he just kind of zones out, like hyper watching every little grain, every little new crumble of
like as
incense
it all starts to
that
crumble.
catches the ember.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check for me, Ty.
Not great at these. Never mind, I'm fantastic at them. That's a natural 20.
He's the best to
Beautiful.
ever do it.
Hey everybody, we're gonna deafen y'all for a second.
Oh.
If you
Oh yeah,
could.
if we jump
if
it.
we
breaks.
jump, it's gonna do things. So
Wait, what's the hand sign?
Oh, true. We'll just hit you with one of these.
One of these? Okay.
Yes. Okay. Ty, as you're watching this flame, it's not even a flame, like this smoldering that's happening on this incense, you see that the smoke starts to curl and wave throughout the air, and you see what looks like a large feather form and kind of dissipate, and another large feather form and dissipate in the air. And the smell of this incense, it's one stick of incense. It shouldn't be smelling that strong or pungent, but like especially in a room that has a lot of incense within it, there's very much so the fact that it could, like, that this incense is what is wafting towards you, and you see those feathers start to curl and wave and move throughout the air in front of you, and there is something here that feels very good, and you do not see these feathers often, and when you do, they tend to let you know that there's a direction there at least.
I think almost almost a little bit against his better judgment, but it feels, because I don't see these so often, it feels insincere to look at them with these fake eyes that he's holding. And so, ever so slightly, Disguised Self drops just in his eyes, where if you're not, and he's kind of huddled away, so there's nobody
sure.
really looking at him in the face. But you know, the irises change to that deeper gold, the whites turn black, and he'll just kind of watch where the feathers go for a while.
Yeah. And they kind of just float and drift. And they're floating kind of more in the direction of Rat. But it's not like a commitment motion. It's as if the wind's blowing that way, and they dissipate. And as the further that the incense go, the weaker and the smaller the feathers. Instead of these big, illustrious, almost like tail-like feathers, you see more of these like kind of little flips, and eventually they kind of fade off as the incense burns. You're resuming your usual eyes, I assume.
Yeah, as I look back down, and again, almost in a hyper-focused way, where like, you know, when you look at something real hard and like the sounds start to disappear,
Right.
and you're putting all of your willpower into that one sense.
Yeah.
As the last of the embers burn down, he will just very quietly under his breath go, "I will find what must be done." Yeah, and the eyes will return to their normal sheen. And he'll still sit for a while and just kind of ruminate on what he just saw, he does a quick look left and right, making sure nobody else just saw the same thing that he did. And then probably for a while after Kaizen has already had his interaction and left, Ty is still just kneeling at that altar, just kind of holding his pen to the paper and still hasn't written anything, and it's just kind of letting his mind go blank, and what may fill it will fill it.
Nice.
Somebody get Jay, he can't hear us. He's got his AirPods in, he can't hear us.
No, I was looking for the hotkey for it, but then I just said, "Oh, I have a mouse," and used that instead. Who needs
that's one way to do
it. Not the gumdrop. Anywho.
Glad that this is the okay symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are okay. Ty has not died in the last 3 minutes.
Not that we know of. He actually got reanimated.
You see me screaming for 60 uninterrupted seconds, and then just...
We're good.
Like a whole thing, like tears coming from your eyes and everything.
Where else would tears come from?
I throw my headset down and run out of the room.
You walk back in.
Yeah, we're good.
And scene.
So yeah, actually, as Kaizen comes out of the temple, Tadashi, it's probably another like 4 or 5 minutes before Tai also comes out of the temple and regroups with all of you before you make your way down to the roost. And
he will extend that same offer, that if Ty wants, he can triple up with us, or I can cast an alarm on his room if he'd rather be alone but secure.
I'll bed down with the rest of you. I've slept in far worse.
Now we get to be brothers in arms against the CPAP-eating dragon.
One of you just goes and whacks the chest in the middle of the night. It's fine.
Fucking real life for me, man.
Eldritch defibrillator.
I will get you a magic CPAP machine in this fantasy world.
Oh yeah, just gotta close the mouth, tie it up, it'll be alright.
Yeah, it's gonna
Either
be
he dies or he
totally
doesn't.
great.
The old duct tape.
Yeah. which isn't as much of a problem for a dragonborn because of the scales. It comes off a lot easier.
Well, that
Uh,
said, I will cast an alarm on our room when we get there, though. If I forget to say
Beautiful.
it once we're up there.
Yeah, Benna is able to get you guys. So, are you all three in a single room?
Yeah.
Okay. She does have a larger. She does have a room with a single bed. She has beds of 2, and then she has beds of 4. So, there's a twin. They're all about twin size. For this room of 4. Seems like she's used to hosting parties of many shapes and sizes, and of the like. So there's the one room. You are all able to have a bed. The alarm is cast around the room. Anything else that you all would like to do before you 3 go to bed?
As kind of secondary, I will bamf Koga outside. If there's like a window, I'll just put him down on the street
Okay.
and have him scramble up to the top of the building.
Okay.
Because cats have a climb speed, which is sick. And I'm just gonna have him perched there, and if he sees any dangerous-looking armed individuals approaching the building, anything sussy, he's just gonna start yowling really, really loud.
Okay. Can you roll a perception check for Koga for me?
Yeah, I believe cats have a +4 and a +3 stealth. I'm pretty sure that's.
I think they standardized to 5s across the board.
Oh, I thought that was the owl.
Here, hold on. I can pull it up. It'll take 2 seconds.
I've been going like case by case. I didn't know there was. Is there an appendix with just all of them? Because I couldn't find the appendix when it said there was.
No, you're completely right. It's 3 and 4.
Yes.
Okay. That is a 13.
A 13? Okay. A magical box does not drop from the sky and capture your familiar. I
was gonna say.
Good to know. Good to know.
There is just going to be a trap box that pops up whenever a familiar can't.
Team Rocket
There's gonna be
shows
shoe
up
box.
and steals your familiar.
Right.
Right.
Vacuums him into a giant bag.
Yeah. And goes off on a dirigible. The
Selfish for Clover.
yeah. Clover did so good in so many other things. Clover was an amazing vibe familiar.
Well, it wasn't as good as
Um,
Nick's, but it was pretty good.
The best familiar.
Nyx. One of these days I'll give you all the epilogue to Nyx's story. Because boy howdy, he had feelings about what happened. But he was never summoned in like the last 4 episodes. But it's fine. He's not bitter. So with a 13, Koga keeps an eye out for nefarious looking individuals, especially ones that are heavily armored. Does not seem to be like anyone that is armored here. It definitely looks more like the studded leather at best. Does not seem like there is an active presence of any kind of military or that sort of thing. Especially like knowing the getup that you have seen with, especially like with some tortoise and with some tiger, like you're not seeing a lot of that here, in that regard. So, at least I should say Koga does not see a lot of that, and then relays that to you later.
Yeah.
But yeah, you are all able to sleep well, it seems, and the 3 of you may enjoy your long rest as we pop over to Nori and to Fumi. Nori, you go back to your cart. What does your
Yes.
cart look like?
You see a like Asian inspired like I guess like rickshaw style cart. It's not overly like it's not giant, but it is of decent size. It's kind of I guess like a cyan blue greenish kind of color to it. On the side of it is literally painted not professionally, but has like the Order of the Rat just all on the side. Yeah, it's just in a clearing, nothing super crazy about it. It looks kind of average for the most part. But then yeah, so you see Nori walks to the back of it and starts like looking around, seeing if anybody's watching, and then is gonna like open it up and then just dart into it and then close the cart. And it's gonna lock behind him. As he locks it behind him, a little gear turns in it, and these arcane runes kind of appear around it, and then they dull down to where you can't see them anymore. And inside is a modest sized living situation going on. Obviously it's good for him since he's a gnome. You see a bed, a little kitchenette set up. It's very humble, it's very small, but yeah, so he will sit down. He has a little chair and a little table, and he's gonna sit down and he's gonna pull out his little package that he's received.
Yeah. The beautiful koala named Joe looks back at you, and with that big old thumbs up and that big old wink. Yes, your grandpa was cheesy enough to name the koala after himself.
Yes.
And so excited for you all to meet this man. And as you open it, you see that the paper falls away, and you see a vest of leather, and there seems to be a series of pockets up at the top that seem to be really small and thin, and also seems to have a larger pocket kind of down to the side that sticks out a little bit. And kind of as you're perusing this kind of setup that there, you pick up like one of these little vials, and this vial looks very similar to what you would know to be like a healing potion, but it is much smaller than like a traditional healing potion would be. It's literally just like this small glass vial, and then like you're able to see this pack of like bandages and things like that, but on top of it is this note, and it says, hope this works, can make better, need more time, give it a go. From Joe.
Oh, Gramps, you are the best. And he's going to put it on instantly. And see him as he puts it on, he'll literally just start doing karate moves in his room, just to make sure that it moves all well. He's over there just yeah, he'll look at it, and he'll look at the package, and he'll like literally just put it on the table, and he'll flatten it out where it's nice and neat, and fold it up, and he'll put it in a drawer where he keeps a lot of things that his Gramps has given him over the time. It's just little souvenirs and whatnot.
Nice.
And yeah, and then he'll make him some food real quick, and just really for a little bit just enjoy the silence. Because he doesn't have children. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. You look over, and there's just like There's like a sock puppet in the corner of, how's your date been, Nori? Um,
Bro, if you had 3 kids jammed into that cart,
I
Nah.
just-
Old timey CPS.
I wanted to like sell it, so make it where it's like, oh, is this thing gonna be crazy? No, it's just a normal. It's a nice car.
Hash,
It's a
hashtag
hatchback.
van life. Um,
Yeah, I'm making videos. I'm posting them online. They're great. They're getting good
Yeah.
views.
Hey guys, I just got back to my cart. We're gonna make some beef lo mein.
Yep.
It's like those like the van vloggers.
Yep.
yo,
Ugh, a plague.
just for you all, or well, you to know what this is. This is the Medic on the Move. This is a tactical medical vest that leather that holds that has pockets worth of medical equipment. These items can be used to cast certain healing spells and buffs and things like that. With its current level, it can hold up to 5 charges, and 2 of those charges can be used to cast Cure Wounds, and 1 of those can be used to cast Healing Word. These refill 1d4 at dawn.
Delightful.
Very nice.
And the more pockets that your grandpa may put on this, the more exciting of an item it may become. We'll find out.
God,
Or it might explode on you.
dude, I can't wait till he puts Spirit Guardians in this thing. It's gonna be crazy.
It's just gonna be koalas.
Dude,
Oh, yes, Cure
Yes.
Wounds, Healing Word, Aid, Divine Smite.
oh,
Power word kill.
It's
Dominate
Yeah.
Monster.
at that point it's just a grenade pin at the top of the
Oh my
shoulder.
gosh.
And
Uh,
Delayed Fireball.
Yeah.
I love that there's a one use of a fireball, but it's just it
It's
explodes
from you.
on you.
centered on yourself.
Yeah.
Witness me! Oh!
It's just- there's just a canister of gasoline strapped to the back, and it's like
Right.
break in case of emergency.
Oh my god.
Terrible.
But yeah, so there's your vestment bestowed upon you by
My
your
vestment.
gramps.
Nice.
Yes.
Very good.
The word had to be shortened from somewhere.
True.
But yeah, anything else that you wanted to do tonight, Nori?
Nope.
Fumi, anything else you wanted to do tonight as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to my family.
Beautiful.
Great. We're gonna cut back to Fumi's house. I'm in the middle of scolding my child for eavesdropping.
And she has heard this many times before, and is standing very well behaved in front of you, and has her head down in her hands, and she goes, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that if I've done it already.
Right. Listen, if you want us to include you into things, you just have to ask. It's just some of the things that we're talking about are very scary. And I don't know if you
You
want to
s-
be scared the whole time.
You said to be brave, and so I was trying. Was that not?
That's the wrong avenue to go down to be brave. If you wanted to be brave, then you can go explore or, try the things that you're trying to do still. But if you're going to eavesdrop on somebody, at least make sure that you don't blurt out that you're eavesdropping.
It was you. Okay. It's just I like it when Nori comes and hangs out, and it seemed like you guys don't. So I just wanted him to know that he had a friend. I'm sorry.
No, your father and I do enjoy Nori's company quite a bit. We were just teasing him. as you would tease your own friends.
Okay, he's my size, so it's nice.
That's true. Yeah, well, you're gaining on him. You're getting a little bit taller than him.
I know. And she like stands up and she goes, and she actually she stands up and she goes, I'm actually taller, and she takes off her hat, and the hair and the affiliated things underneath her hat boing forward, and she goes, see, I'm getting so tall, as these cute little like fox ears are step off.
Yes, you're very big. You're very cute, and I'm proud. I'm proud. Now, listen, I'm gonna talk to your father real quick, and if you don't eavesdrop, and I'm so sure that you're not eavesdropping, I can teach you a little bit of magic in the morning, and we can try to practice.
Mama, would this be a good idea for me to go and play instead of trying to distract myself?
Yes, please go to the home ward, see if there's any kids up and around still. I'm sure they're getting up to no good. Don't leave the city limits, please.
Okay. I'm gonna go to I'm gonna and she does like a little bit of mental math, and she goes, I think I'm gonna go see how Asa's doing, and see if she can play. And yeah, do you want me to come home when you turn the light on outside when you?
Amir will come find you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Can he walk home with me?
Sure, I don't see why not. We can have him over for dinner.
Yeah, I like it when not Asa. Amir, can Amir walk home with me?
For sure. That's the idea, yes.
Okay. Sometimes he poofs, and I like it when he walks and he sits with me. So thank you.
Of course.
And she takes the hat and she like pushes down her hair in her ears, and she hobbles off and rushes out the door, and she slams the door on her way out. This child is not delicate with the hinges on those, and Kenji just kind of looks to you and goes, "See, I told you were better with her than I was."
Yeah, time. It just takes time. I was around kids for most of the time, back at the Grove, because when you're watching the walls, then the kids want to come and see all your cool things.
Understandable. And she idolizes you.
I know, but growth is what we're looking for, and so I'm gonna teach her in the morning a few of the simpler ones. We'll see how it goes.
Even if she doesn't get it straight away, she'll at least make it look like she is. So
yeah. Talking about more business before we rest up and find something better to do with our time. Has anyone gotten worse at the home ward?
Not worse, I would say. It definitely comes and goes. There are some. There's one, at least right now, that is not essentially helping keep morale up. But we're getting there, and giving them a stern talking to might be necessary, but for the time being, it's about the same. I wish that I could say that it's getting better, but at least not getting worse is also progress.
Right.
At least stagnation is a movement in a direction as long as it's not failing.
Yeah, for sure. We're not some big corporate. We don't need the line to go up or down. We just need it to stay right where it is until we can figure
Right.
out something better.
That's
I felt it pretty permanently or prominently today. I had to drop something pretty intense on that creature that we fought and took it all out of me. I'm not gonna lie.
That's why I asked if you were all right when I first saw you. Do you need time to yourself, or how can I help?
No, I just need a warm bath and to be held. And I'm glad that he said we should stay the night. I'm not gonna lie. Make him think it's his idea.
That is usually how we operate with him, so.
Right.
But here, let me. And he stands up and he goes and he gets your bath ready. And he actually has a separate bowl, and this is a really it's a really pretty intricate bowl. It's really shallow, especially where you don't have the most hair in the world. But he has a comb that he fills with some lavenders and some of the sweeter oils, and he helps to brush your hair as you're soaking in the bath. And he helps get you to bed and kind of tucks you in. And he goes, if you call Amir and bring Satsuki home, then I'll tuck her in and then I'll come back.
All right. This is the last thing I'm doing today. Not a problem at all. She'll wiggle her arm out from the tucking and slam her hand against the bed sheet and pull upwards, doing the same building of a mirror from herself. And the great three-eyed raven is back, and
Yeah.
I'll send him to go collect my child wherever the hell my child is at.
Yeah. he is easily able to find her playing in the home ward. And as she is brought home and put to bed, she stumbles in, her eyes are like closing and nodding off. Kenji puts her to bed and comes and just has a single really small candle going in your room as he just kind of tucks up next to you and just gives you a squeeze and goes, I hope that the next whatever you have in your future, I hope that you get to come back here safe.
Yeah, me too. I always do.
Let's keep it that way. And as you both fade off into sleep, you and Nori also obtain a long rest, and that is where we're going to pick up next week with all of you congregating together. I'm assuming at the Ferryman to purchase your coins, to meet with the boatman Peaches and make your way down to the crater the next day, or over the next little bit. So, thank you, everybody.
We have to go Moss.
We gotta fight the ferry. I mean, we gotta
But the
work with the
Moss.
ferryman.
But
Moss is down by the waterfall.
Moss
not
is
towards the crater.
in the crater, so it is that away.
Oh, I missed.
This guy
You're good.
stinks. This guy stinks.
Hey, 8 intelligence character, by the way. It's just role play.
Yeah,
I
you're
knew.
fine.
I knew.
Computer, get rid
we
of
trust
Jaden.
you, Jaden. But yeah, thanks everybody. Lovely to play with you as always, and we will see you here next week, same time, 8:30 Central, and bye.
Bye bye.
Everyone